It's working. So I haven't done a personal one of these in a while because I was kind of staying away from it. But I wanted to pop on and say hey. And then I also wanted to talk to you guys about like mindset and vision boards and stuff like that. The reason being is it's a new month and I have been on social media, but I've taken some breaks from things that I normally do because I personally needed to work on myself. And what I mean by that is I hit a huge milestone back in April, and I didn't react to it the way I thought I was going to. So I had to take a minute and reassess and readdress my mental state and like actually accept what was going on. I always come on these and I'm not gonna cry. But then I don't like talking about myself. I know, that's a shocker, right? Because I talk all the time. However, I don't like talking about my emotions. Silly, right? Or things that have happened. Because when you actually have to talk about it, you have to accept that it's the reality. And not that I don't live in reality, because I do every single day. Yes, baby. No, I have it out for a reason. Your dress is tucked up in your thing. In my pants. Yeah, your dress is tucked up in your pants. So, as many of you know, I finished my cancer journey. Go play. I'm doing something, and then I'll come play with you. Yes. So many of you know I finished my cancer journey. Well, not finished it, but I finished my treatments in April. And I haven't really talked about it since then. Except with like my close friends and stuff. And everybody always says don't cry. It's my way of releasing. So just, it's not a bad thing. It's just the way I'm wired. I got very, 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 very angry at the world. I guess is a good way to put it. After I finished my cancer treatments. And I don't even know if I'm ever going to really understand why I got so angry, but I was angry at people for stupid things. And everybody keeps telling me happy birthday today, and it is not my birthday today, but thank you. I got really angry at people for stupid things. And not that they were stupid, but like when I look back over the last couple of months, I'm learning that we don't have to be okay with other people. We have to be okay with ourselves and the people that we're becoming and the humans that we are. And we have to be more accepting of the people that we let into our lives and the choices that they make, because they're their choices. They're not ours. I get to make my own choices, and everybody else gets to make theirs. But where I'm going with this is I was angry at a lot of people. I was angry at my friends. I was angry at my family. I was angry at my husband. I was angry at Nicholas. Because certain people throughout this whole process did not react the way I wanted them to. And I really had to do some soul searching, because I needed to know why I was angry. And I've done some stuff the last couple months, and I took a break from YouTube. Like, I was still present on Facebook, don't get me wrong, but I took a huge break from YouTube. Haven't posted a video on YouTube in over a month because I couldn't, let's just say that, I couldn't deal with what comes along with YouTube. A lot of people ask me, like, why do you continue to put yourself in those situations, or the negativity that comes from it? Because I believe there's more positive than bad that comes from me sharing my story. I believe that I was given all of the obstacles I've been given in my life for reasons. Whether I understand them or not, or whether they were for me or someone else, they were given to me for a reason. I also believe with my circumstances and the things that I've been thrown into in my life, that I was given a purpose to do something, and I'm doing it. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent from other people's viewpoints, that is their viewpoints, and I'm doing what I feel like my personal purpose is in life, and that is to help people feel better about themselves, help people feel better in their situations that they are, help people find ways out of their situations, help people on so many different levels. And I've been blessed with the fact that I work a business where I'm able to help them too. One of the reasons I became a hairdresser 20 years ago was because at that time I did not know, or I wanted to be a nurse, but I did not like bodily fluids at all. And then after I had 4 children, I realized it wasn't other people's bodily fluids that I had a problem with, it was mine. Like, I don't like my bodily fluids. You can puke on me, you can pee on me, you can poop on me, all of those things. I just personally don't like my bodily fluids. So I found a way to help people feel better about themselves, and I did it through hair. Because at that time I was young and didn't think I could handle other people's bodily fluids. And then at the end of my hair journey, like, don't get me wrong, I still do hair, but I don't work at a salon anymore. So at the end of my hair journey, I got my CNA license, because then I started to go down the nursing path. And during that whole time frame, what I currently do, many of you know, I'm in direct sales, and I feel like I help people through that. I do. My whole point behind coming on here and talking to you guys is I haven't done it in a while, and I really had to do a lot of soul searching in April and May, because, like I said, I was angry. I was very angry. Not that anger hasn't gone away, but I've realized that it's what I needed to overcome mentally for me, if that makes any sense. And I feel like a lot of us struggle with things that have happened in our past because they happened the way they did, and maybe we weren't able to let go of the situation or the circumstance in which that it happened. Maybe not let go is a good way to put it, but like move past it or move on or learn from it or any of those things. And there are so many things in my past that I still have not dealt with, and I may never deal with, because some things are they're just too hard. They're hard to open that can of worms. And some things you think you dealt with, and they come back up to bite you when you least expect it. So, I wanted to. This was not my intentions. Why do I do this shit? God. I kind of wanted to come on and share like what I have personally been working on. Jesus. I started a group at the beginning of May called The Magic. And I did it for about a week. I continued to post in my group. I had a lot of people join it. But I stopped doing it because it got too hard. I restarted it today, and I wanted to actually talk about it and how blessed we are every day to wake up, because tomorrow is never promised. So if you guys don't know what this book is, it gives you 28 days. You go through this and you basically reformat your mindset. And I started doing this in May, and I stopped because it got too hard for me. Because I also feel like if you want to change your future, you have to forgive yourself for your past. Regardless of what your past is, regardless of what you personally did or didn't do. And when I say you have to forgive yourself, you have to forgive yourself for your actions and the way you react and the way you act towards people, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. If there was a situation you were put in, maybe you need to forgive yourself for something that happened in that situation. I personally struggle with my upbringing. I was raised by my grandparents on my dad's side. My mom, my biological mother, let's put it that way, my biological mother, and my biological father did not raise me. I was raised by my grandparents. So my grandfather and my grandmother on my dad's side were my parents. They both have passed. My grandfather passed in 2005 from stomach cancer, and my grandmother passed in 2018. I was very blessed to be raised by these people. And don't get me wrong, they weren't perfect. Because many of my family will tell you they weren't, and they weren't. We all have our issues, right? But I talked to my biological father. He's very much in my life. He's a wonderful grandfather to his children. However, I don't talk to my mom. It's a personal choice, and it's not because I don't want to talk to her. We just don't talk. We've tried multiple times over the years. And is she a bad person? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Is she a good person? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really don't know her. I have struggled with saying that out loud because I knew her as a kid. I went and visited her every summer. We had a falling out when I was 16 because of something that happened between me and my stepfather, and we didn't talk for almost 2 years. And then she came to Colorado when I graduated high school, and I refused to talk to her. She drove all this way, and I refused to talk to her, and then my dad made me talk to her. My son Nicholas was her first grandbaby, and I didn't call her and tell her because that's what our relationship was at that point. We're friends on Facebook. She watches me. I have a lot of resentment and probably anger towards her because you're supposed to be my mother, but the whole time I've gone through everything I've gone through in the last 4 years, I haven't heard a word from her. She watches my Facebook. She comments on things sometimes, but not a word from her. And I think my point of telling you this is sometimes in life, some of the people we want most to say they're proud of us, they're never going to. And it's okay. It's okay that they're never going to say it. It's okay that you want to hear it. But you have to come to terms and accept the fact that it's never going to be what you've envisioned in your mind. And I think that's part of the reason why I stopped doing this book. But the reason I'm picking it back up and starting again today is because I've been sitting here for weeks looking at all of the things around me and all of the blessings I do have in life and all of the people I do have in my life and that have been brought into my life. And I wouldn't trade any of it. Like, I wouldn't go back and change any of it. The heartache, the hurt, the joys, the struggles, all of it. I wouldn't change any of it, because if I did, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And I'm very much content with the person that I am. I have very much learned that you have to be content with the person that you are and the stuff that you're putting into the world or giving into relationships. I have definitely given too much in many relationships. And I guess I've looked at it as like, if I don't give, I'm not going to receive, right? However, I also feel like there comes a time in your life where it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to tell people no. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to do things for you and to start putting yourself first. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, now that I've had my little cry fest, I don't even know why I cry either. I know it's just a release. Like, I know why I cry. It's an inherited trait from my grandmother that raised me. She would cry when she was happy. She would cry when she was sad. She would cry when she was angry. But just know, if you ever get me and I'm angry and I'm crying, I might cry because I'm angry, but after I'm done crying, you better run. Let's just say that. So, I'm rambling, as I always do. Y'all know I do this. Anyways, so I came on here because I wanted to talk about this book because I started it again and I'm trying to figure out ways to hold myself accountable, because it is so easy to like start a diet or say I'm going to do this today and then it never gets done. So I thought, well, maybe if I like do lives, because I don't know how to go live in my group. If anybody knows how to go live actually in a group, I don't know why it won't let me do it in this group. Maybe it's, you have to have so many members or something. I don't even know. Anyways, but I started this book again. I'm committing to doing it for the next 28 days. I'm taking it to Mexico with me to continue to do it while I'm there. But the other thing, if you haven't done it in your life, that I wanted to suggest to people, whether you do it big, small, keep it on your phone, keep it private, whatever. If y'all haven't done this, I don't know what my kids are doing. Waiting to see if they're fighting. Madison, what are you doing? Oh, I had my 25 minutes. So I've clearly been talking to you for at least 25 minutes because here I am rambling again. Did he hurt you? He scratched you. Your brother's such a meanie. Come here. Oh, Jackson hurt her. Anyways, the horns. I don't have any horns. I don't hear any horns. I don't know what horns you're talking about, but I don't have any horns, so I don't know. Are there horns? Maybe you're hearing Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's playing in the background. Anyways, got completely sidetracked. Are you okay? Can I see my cheek? Yeah, go look in the bathroom in the mirror. I don't know where it is. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, so I wanted to come here because if I committed to more than just like myself and my close group of friends that I was going to do this book and do it for the next 28 days that I would do it. Oh, I have my sound on. Hang on, I'll fix it. Did that make it go away? Sorry. Well, now you know how many notifications I get all the time, right? I usually keep my phone on silent. It'll be okay. We'll fix it in just a minute, okay? Okay. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I usually keep my phone on silent because if I don't, it goes crazy. But I fixed it. Did it stop? Sorry, I had the sound of my phone up because I was waiting from a call from the doctor's office for a letter for my trip to Mexico. Anyways, sidetracked again. I apologize. Now I have Madison and Jackson both in here because Mickey Mouse stopped. Go push the play button again for mommy, for Jackson. So where I was going with that, where I got completely sidetracked, was if you have not ever made a vision board, then I would highly recommend it. The reason being is when I got into the business that I'm currently in, and I'm purposely not saying the name because most of you know what I do. However, Jackson's playing with it. I just didn't want to come on here and talk about that today. But, my child is going to, he's going to stomp on it. Anyways, I have to hurry up and finish now because they're both not occupied, and they both were occupied when I started this. Mom life, right? Anyways, I made a vision board back in, I think it was February. And the reason I wanted to also talk about this is because we all have like lots of goals, right? Everybody has goals in life, things they want to accomplish, they want to achieve. I need you to go watch Mickey Mouse. No. Okay, I give you a hug, now go. I want you. Okay, well I'm almost done, and if you let mommy finish, then I can come do it with you. Okay, so the reason I wanted to is I want to talk about the book, and then I also wanted that I was doing, to hold myself accountable, because I start lots of things and then sometimes I don't finish them. So that was one thing. The other thing was to talk about a vision board. I'm just joking. Why are you crying? No, nothing happened. I'm just releasing emotions, Jan. I'm fine. But I should put my vision board on the wall so I like see it every day. I had it in my closet where I could see it, like it was open and I could see it. However, I had it put away because Jackson and Madison like to pull the things off of the vision board. So I was told 4 years ago, I've never made a vision board in my life. I've heard people talk about them, but never did it. And I finally sat down and I made one in February. Most of the things on the vision board was, I'm gonna start crying again. Most of the things on this vision board was business oriented because a lot of the things that we want to do and accomplish in life, obviously you have to have money for, right? So a lot of it was business oriented. However, there were some things on there there are things on there. I haven't achieved them all, but there are things on there that were not business oriented. And I was really amazed when I pulled this out and looked at it this morning how many of the things that I put on it, I feel fine, guys. Like, I feel fine. That's not the issue. Um, I was really amazed when I pulled out this vision board how many things I actually accomplished. It was actually kind of like, oh, wow. I was kind of taken back by it. That's why I started this live, was to talk about that. And then I started talking about emotions, and we all know what happens when it happens. So, anyways, so I had some major goals within my business so that other things could take place, and some of those things are taking place as we speak. And I'm not going to divulge what they are, but whatever. But my point was, is I checked a lot of things off of this vision board that I had put on there. And I didn't realize like how much that actually works. So I came on here to tell you guys, if you haven't made a vision board, whether it's a personal vision board or it's a work vision board or if it's an like whatever it may be, have your kids do it with you too. That's really amazing if you sit down with your kids, because I had stuff on here from, well, I put stuff on for Jackson, but Madison, like I had stuff on here for Madison that Madison wanted. She added some things that she wanted. My husband has stuff on the vision board. I had stuff on here for Nicholas and Julie, like all of us. It was a family vision board, but it was more geared towards me, but I put their stuff on there too, because if they're not succeeding in life, then I'm not succeeding. So if you haven't done one, do one. It actually makes a huge difference on like what actually happens, what you can accomplish, and no goals too high. That's another thing that I've learned. Some of the things that I put on this vision board, I didn't think they were possible. And some of the things that I have achieved, that I wanted to achieve or we wanted to achieve as a family, like when you first put it on there, you think to yourself, like, this is never going to happen, but it's a goal, right? So you put it there and you think you're never going to check it off. And I'll tell you some of the things that were so big, that were so out of reach 5 months ago, they got checked off. So do it if you haven't. Like, whether you do it with Pick Collage on your phone or use an app, whether you get a poster board and do it, however you do it, get some magazines, print it out from your printer. I printed everything out from my my computer. Like, literally, that's how I did it. Because I'm like, oh, I kept putting it off. Because I'm like, oh, I need to go pick up magazines. Who has magazines nowadays, right? We don't. So I'm like, where the hell am I going to find magazines unless I just go buy them? And I didn't want to go buy them because all I was going to do was cut them up. So I printed everything off from my printer. I put goals for like all of our family on there. I put some of my favorite quotes. I put things that I knew I was going to achieve and it was going to be easy to check off. And then I put things that, like I said, seemed like never in a million years was it ever going to happen. And they're happening. The things are happening. So, sorry for my ramble. Hopefully the next time I do one of these, I will not cry the whole time. And there's some exciting things happening over the summer. So I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you for hanging with me for 30 to 40 minutes. I know it's been that long because Madison and Jackson are home with me full time now that I finished treatments. They were going to daycare a couple days a week, and they're home with me full time. So like, if I need to do something, I'm not gonna lie, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is my best friend. It lasts for 25 minutes, and I do whatever I need to in that 25 minutes. So the reason they have been so good is because Mickey Mouse was on. But now we're gonna go outside and play because, well, maybe now it looks like it's gonna rain. It was bright and sunny out finally. I hate the weather right now. Like, I just want it to be warmer, not rainy, just warm enough to play outside. So anyways, here I am rambling again. I'm gonna let you guys go because I could go on for hours. I started talking, and if the kids weren't like coming in and out, then I could go on for hours. Nicholas, somebody asked how Nicholas was. He's good. He still doing Nicholas. Oh, I have I don't have to DVR it. I have the Disney app and you can just watch episode after episode, but you have to go hit the play button every 25 minutes. I don't know why it doesn't just auto play. I don't know. Anyways, um, Nicholas is doing good. He's a 19-year-old. I don't know what else to say about that. Love him to death. He drives me crazy because he's a 19-year-old. He has to make his own mistakes. Not that he's making mistakes, but all kids at that age go through it. Once you have children and you like have to actually let them do them, it is so hard. As a parent, sometimes just sit back and watch and let it happen. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Yes, I love the Disney app. It's an amazing thing. They're making millions off of people with that. Have a wonderful week. It is my birthday week. I will be in Mexico celebrating my birthday this weekend. I hope you all have an amazing day. Somebody said they want to throat punch theirs daily. Yeah, I agree with that. When do I leave for Mexico? I leave on Thursday morning. We leave Thursday morning bright and early, and we come back Sunday evening. So, it'll be fun. It'll be nice to be in warmer weather. So, I'm gonna stop talking. I've said that like 10 times. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.